William Freeman.
Yes.
Wow, that's exclusive. Nobody ever knew about that. I know you probably mad.
William Freeman, definitely wow, that is selective. No one at any point realized about that I know you presumably distraught as a Lori Harvey is standing out as truly newsworthy for what some are calling a stunning disclosure that their stepdad, Steve Harvey, humiliated and humiliated. It resembles a page straight out of a Hollywood drama. While the subtleties are as yet dim, the talk factory is staying at work past 40 hours, conjecturing about Lori's genuine dad. And how this affects her relationship with Steve, the entire web, is humming with the most recent tea. And it seems to be the Harvey family is going to take us on one amazing thrill ride. We, as a whole, know Lori Harvey. The staggering model and design tycoon has been at the focal point of the spotlight for a long while with her amazing runway appearances and brand crusades. She's made a remarkable name for her, as well as we should not fail to remember those high-profile sentiments with any semblance of Michael B. Jordan. And Diddy, the young lady, knows how to keep us charmed now. Here's the kicker. It's a well-known fact that Steve Harvey deals with Lori like eminence. The man has elevated requirements with regards to his little princess better halves. And he's made that completely clear. William Freeman, the very name that has been attached to Marjorie's supposed undertaking, has dropped a stunner guarantee that he's Lori's organic dad. Lori, ever the conundrum, has never openly spoken about her organic dad. And that is just added fuel to the tattle discharge up to this point. It was generally accepted that she was the girl of Darnell Woods, Marjorie's second spouse, whom Steve later embraced, yet with huge blast in the image. Everybody's horrible their psyches. And this embarrassment has profoundly affected the Harvey tradition. Virtual entertainment is humming with hypotheses of Marjorie being engaged with enormous blast. Steve's long-term guardian, betraying Steve. The dramatization simply continues to get more insane. And presently humorist Jamil Patterson has hopped in with the general mishmash, stoking the shoot. As per Jamil, huge blast is prepared to let the cat out of the bag and put any misinformation to rest. He asserts that large blast fervently prevents Steve's variant from getting the story. I know you presumably frantic as you got that G.I. Joe cap on that class. On mustache you most likely annoyed, right? Currently punch in the air like Ricky and Young Men in the Hood. No three-pointer was the one punching the air. Yet here's the stunner in a call that Jamil the Comic Common in his video huge blast charges that Steve had some awareness of Marjorie's relationship with him, as well as truly energized. It's a stunning disclosure, particularly thinking about that huge blast was the person who at first acquainted involved Marjorie with Steve. In any case, that implies large blast knew Marjorie way before she got hitched to Steve, and they used to be poker playing pals together. And Steve likewise met Marjorie at the poker house, or more. All huge blast likewise uncovered that Steve and Marjorie requested that large blast shut his mouth and don't tell the world the genuine truth. In 2016, Steve reviewed, he let me know, look, the possibly time I've at any point seen you cheerful was the point at which you were with that lady Marjorie now, before you proceed to accomplish something dumb and wed another lady on calling her hearts were broken and jaws dropped when the murmurs regarding Marjorie's supposed issue with the very individual who united her and Steve started circling. It resembled a curved circle of drama from a sensational film script. In a now popular TikTok, the star should have been visible talking in front of an audience before a huge group and expressed, before I begin, just let me say, I'm fine. Marjorie's fine, trailed by cheering from the crowd. I don't have the foggiest idea what you all doing, yet find another thing to do on the grounds that we find master show kindness. Man, Harvey communicated later, adding, I ain't got no time for reports. And tattle gods really done right by me. I'm actually sparkling. Foreboding shadows drift as it's uncovered that Freeman, the one who remains close by, has a set of experiences attached to a few disagreeable exercises, including being a previous pimp and transparently conceding to abusing ladies. As per his own site bio, Freeman concedes to having gone after ladies to acquire a feeling of force and self during his experience as a pimp. He asserts that he has since turned his life around, situating himself as a praise speaker, writer, and superstar protector. Freeman's profile features his capacity to give prominent or unnoticeable safeguarding administrations to high-profile clients, relying upon the danger level or possible risk. Yet clutch your caps, since now it's getting significantly juicier. Huge Blast is venturing into the spotlight, guaranteeing Lori as his tragically missing girl. Could you at any point accept it? Lori was brought into the world before Steve even entered Marjorie's life, and presently it seems like the stepdaughter he cherished may truly had a place with her organic father some time ago. When Marjorie was only 18, she engaged with a man named Jim who was an incredible 14 years more seasoned, and as of now had a wife as an afterthought. Shocking, right? Marjorie was ignorant regarding Jim's twofold life and got herself gotten up to speed in an enthusiastic issue. Yet here's where it gets much juicier. She quit taking contraception pills in a striking move to make Jim leave his other lady. And think about what it worked. Following 3 years of dating, they in the end sealed the deal. Yet their romantic tale had its portion of promising and less promising times, much to anyone's dismay, that Jim would one day wind up in a correctional facility. Then came the FBI and DEA, who began nosing about Marjorie's association with the medication top dog, Jamil Townsend, who was discovered attempting to purchase an incredible 40 kilograms of cocaine during their turbulent marriage. They had 2 children, Morgan and Jason, yet Marjorie petitioned for legal separation while Jim was doing time, and she burned through no time, continuing on toward Jim's cousin, Darnell Woods, who had his own obscure history as both a street pharmacist and a relative of Marjorie's ex. Yet shockingly, Darnell wound up in steaming hot water as well, and Marjorie left him stranded. Now, here's where the bits of gossip truly begin flying. A few people estimate that Lori may be Darnell Wood's natural little girl, albeit neither Marjorie nor Lori has affirmed these murmurs, yet stand by there's more. This was additionally around when Marjorie crossed way with enormous blast. So normally individuals are currently contemplating whether Lori could truly be Huge Blast's blood little girl. The situation starts to get interesting, and the tattle plant continues to buzz. One client says Marjorie separated from Woods in 2001 and dove into a short sentiment with Steve's protector, Enormous Blast, a previous pimp who conceded to going after ladies. The seductress then started seeing Steve. They marry in 2007, and he became stepfather to her 3 children. In the meantime, Marjorie kept in contact with Convict Rec Center when Steve figured out he constrained her to end all contact with the criminal. So she dated Steve's protector first. LM foul. So there's Jamil the jokester courageously spilling the tea while on the telephone with, in all honesty, Enormous Blast. Yet here's the contort. He's sending his requests since he's persuaded that Steve is doing his absolute best to keep him calm. And who can say for sure that call may very well be recorded? Jamil dropped a sensation after Enormous Blast affirmed that he's Lori Harvey's genuine daddy. The whole web is going totally crazy. And who can fault them? The Harvey special kinds of mysteries are spilling quicker than you can say. Show William Freeman. Wow, that is elite. No one at any point had some awareness of that William Freeman-uk. That is your administration name. Oh goodness. We got 1,000 individuals. William Freeman. He don't Huge Blast. Don't need me calling out to him. Large Blast folks. Him is gracious. You just like ladies calling you huge. No doubt, definitely gracious. Wow, man, you're an incredible player, man. Like, since you listen, everyone is somewhat rooting for you, Large Blast, as we don't accept that this was a misleading claim. You understand what I mean. So we regard you know right now. You saying Steve Harvey knew. Yes, he realized he needed to be. He maintained that me should feel crisis, what he believed that you should have anyway after the new disclosure of Huge Blast. The extremely observant fans and tireless pundits are in overdrive mode, analyzing each look, each move, and every single eyebrow raised between Lori Harvey and Steve Harvey. It's like they have transformed into the cutting-edge Sherlock Holmes, attempting to uncover any disregarded hints that could allude to a more profound association among Lori and her alleged organic dad. Lori's way of behaving towards Steve has turned into the most sizzling subject around. Certain people are swaying their tongues, proposing that perhaps, quite possibly, she's not showing the appropriate appreciation for all the direction and backing beloved Steve has given during her fleeting ascent to distinction. Hollywood's top plant is staying at work longer than required on the Lori Harvey, and enormous blast adventure hypotheses are flying left and right, proposing that in spite of Steve Harvey giving the platform to Lori's sparkling vacation, she may be tingling to revive her binds with her supposed natural father. Yet hold the telephone, since certain people are sounding the alerts, cautioning that assuming she sells out her stepdad Steve,